Good afternoon, morning, or evening, Mech Warriors. I am back again, and we are back again. There are more games to go, and we're going to get the next set underway. It is 228 versus DPS, and I have Mr. One Last Bite with me this time around. How you doing, mate?
Yes, hello. Back
Happening.
again after a week. Only get to cast one match today, but
Yeah, that's right. Playing
this
this
should be a
morning,
good one.
well, playing this afternoon, the morning, whatever, and now you're not, so we're up and running.
Yeah, busy day. All right.
Very busy.
Are we going straight into the bands? I mean, we got both the
Yeah,
teams in the lobby.
straight
Oh,
into
there
the
we go. I see.
Yeah, straight the bans and 228 wild ones have already banned HPG already, so they're all
Wow.
they're right up the front, ready to go.
Okay.
That
That's
makes
what.
it easy.
Oh yeah, because this is still best of three. Yeah, even I'm forgetting that there's still a mixture of best of three, best of five. So
I wasn't sure either
yeah,
what was best of
probably
four or
should.
what
I guess we
three,
should
two,
start with
one.
that disclaimer. So for anybody tuning in, yeah. Um, Today there's been matches played of different either part of the winners bracket or losers. So I think it's what first round of the losers bracket is being played today,
Yep.
and it was like the third round of the winners. So
Third, yeah, I think third round. Yeah,
yeah,
yep. That
so the
makes sense.
matches that were in the winners bracket were best of five. This is one of the matches in the first thing of the losers bracket,
Yep.
which is best of three, and the loser of this match will be eliminated since this will be their second loss. So obviously a lot on the line for both teams here, at least as far as this tournament's concerned. And we
Indeed.
actually get to see bands. We're not just going to see all five maps get picked in some order like the best of
Mhm.
fives.
That's correct.
So, all right. Well, see what DPS goes for. I'm trying to remember what these teams banned last time they played. Um, I don't know
Well, we
who
saw
did
two
who
two
did
eight went
DPS pull?
to Tourmaline and
They went to Tourmaline,
Canyon. Was yeah.
Canyon, and what was the other one they played GGX on? Was it? It was mining. Yes. And then I
There
know
you
they
go.
played Polar. They played Polar before that, so I guess they just anything but HPG is their thoughts, which makes sense. I mean, with this format where you can only get one ban, you need to be able to play all four of the maps because you have no idea what your opponent's going to pick.
Yep. Well, one's down
And
polar. There
DPS
we go.
don't want to play Polar, so also, as a reminder for anybody, after these first two bans, both teams will get to pick a map, and the last map will have random sides allocated. But when you pick a map, you cannot pick the side you get on that map. Your opponent gets to pick. So, probably only see these teams pick the maps that they don't care about side on. I feel like it's going to be Canyon,
Yeah, I'd say probably Canyon first. Well, Canyon or
because
mining, I think.
I feel like Mining Team 2 is so strong, though.
True, but
But, I
some teams
mean,
have set strats for that team two side. I've noticed. I mean, whether be
yeah.
it good or bad, somewhat irrelevant.
Yeah. I know when we saw the Wild Ones play um, last weekend, they were very aggressive and very,
Yep,
very much building decks that were meant to push forward. And I think on mining, they could definitely do that from either side. Certainly, the case on Canyon.
they're
And
very aggressive. It was good to see. I think they gave
oh yeah,
JGX a very good run for their money last week in the matches. Oh, Tomaline. Okay,
okay,
right.
okay. I don't think what they did last week is going to work a second time. Now that somebody knows it's coming. I mean, they did take a drop off JGX with that push, but I think that was also them getting kind of fortunate. They caught out a Warhawk with it, so
Yeah, yeah, a little bit out of the other team slightly out of position. Not a lot, just a little bit.
mm, so we'll see what DPS goes with. I
They're taking their
I think they'll
sweet
go with
time,
mining.
that's for sure.
I
Like a
think from what
time limit.
I have experienced fighting against them and what I know about them, I think they're going to go mining. But maybe they won't though, because that map does favor push decks. So I not really favor, but they're very viable. So I don't know. I mean, they're certainly thinking hard about their bans,
They are thinking very long and hard about the
or
bans.
they're thinking hard about something that's causing them not to pick a map. They're
Yeah,
um,
5 minutes already. We've got far as one map selected. That's good.
Yeah. So it'll be interested to see what maps get played here. I don't know what was being played earlier in the day because I didn't tune into those matches.
It was the ones that ones I was casting and ones I watched briefly. It was all over the place. There's not. There hasn't been a set. This is it. Like it's just these three
Hmm.
maps or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in previous years we definitely saw with those map pools that people would like always ban polar and it would just be canyon and tourmaline every single drop in mining collective.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely not like that. Not at all. There's been a bit of polar, a little bit of HPG. Mining seems to be pretty popular at the moment. Probably the
oh yeah.
most popular.
I think it's the comfort zone for teams because it's the one that hasn't changed, but it looks like it'll be the map that gets random
Tourmaline,
sided here.
Canyon, and then mining for the decider.
We'll see who gets the side pick here. Wow, DPS. Okay, never mind. I forgot they have to pick teams on the first map first. So DPS taking team one on Tourmaline, I think is the stronger side. I think most people think that is. Um, get that nice ledge that overwatches the center of the map, overwatching the theta cap, which gives you pretty easy control. You can also spawn a little closer. We'll see what DPS takes. I believe the favored side on Canyon is the top spawn. I don't know if that's true still.
I don't
So it used to
know.
be.
I haven't seen enough comp matches on it since the changes, well, all of the changes, to really sort of say, okay, this is generally the more favored or not. I mean, it seems to be teams doing pretty
Mm,
well from both sides, actually. Again, it depends on
yeah,
the strat you bring in. All right.
yeah, and it looks like based on the log here, Wild Ones did get the random choice of side for Mining Collective, and they've gone with Team Two. Not really surprised there. I think that's the again most people's preferred side on that map. But
Well, we're off
yeah,
to team one. Sorry, the map strategy. So we've got what team one is DPS.
we've had a beautiful drawing on here already.
Oh yeah, that's from earlier. Oops.
Where are we going? It's Tourmaline to start. Yeah.
Yes, that is correct, mate. That is correct.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't. We cast the Tourmaline versus JGX. No, I guess we did cast the. I was about to say I haven't cast much, but I mean we did cast it like once per set because people again seem to be pretty comfortable with this map too. Um, I think DPS. I think last week they played this sort of small wolf pack with like a control Overwatch type thing, and ended up running up against CXF, who played a very similar deck, and ended up just being a little more successful with it. So I
Yep,
think,
definitely.
given that they are probably going to be putting some mechs up in the Echo 4 area, maybe some stuff out by stage. Probably go for the early Theta cap, and then we'll have to see whether or not they want to go for Sigma or for Gamma. And I mean, it's basically the same question for the Wild Ones, right? Except they don't get the luxury of really getting that easy Theta cap. So
Yeah, Theta definitely team one slight advantage. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm not. I mean, we saw. I had my team go like around the sort of E7, D7, and lose a couple of assaults, but pick off some lights, and the game completely flip flopped earlier today. Like it,
mm.
strange. It's normal line now is strange. It plays out in all sorts of different ways, actually.
Oh wow, and looks like DPS is ready, and they haven't even locked yet technically.
Yeah, that's what I've got to ask them. So as you guys will see from the lobby here, you will see how the teams are arranged. 228 just Alpha Bravo, no care in the world, and Alpha Bravo and Charlie for DPS.
Yeah, and I believe when we watched 228 last time, they pretty much didn't care about changing their deck at all. I think they made like a total of 2 mech changes across the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I'm interested to see. I mean, are they just going to take the same thing where they just sprint it up from Kappa and go through the Stargate Fox 5 area, or are they going to do something more, I don't know, varied, different, I guess is the word I'm looking for?
Perhaps. We're just waiting for DPS to let us know that they've locked. I don't even know how the map ban works, so probably don't even know about that.
Yep,
Oh
and
no, there we
Wild
go.
Ones,
No, I'm wrong. There we
prompt as
go.
always.
Locked and ready. No mucking around. Let's get straight into the match. All right.
Oh man, it's so cold.
Cold. Yeah, it's actually
It's
cold
better
here,
be an
mate.
exciting match.
It's nearly summer here and it's cold. Ridiculous.
All right, I'm gonna see. They still have dropships on this map.
Yeah, that's why I don't touch anything. Gotta wait.
Yeah, that's right.
I have to be patient
You
on
can,
Tourmaline now and
don't
Polar
do it.
too.
All right, let me start checking around.
What side
So
am I
Wild Ones
on?
has Mislinks, Firestarter, Phoenix Hawk, Black Lantern, and then Warhammer, Stalker, Deathstrike, and Timberwolf. So basically the same deck they took last time, although variants look a little different. I'll have to check the builds when they get in here. Over on the DPS side, it looks like they're loading in now. A Phoenix Hawk, a Firestarter Viper, and Black Lantern, and what else
Yep.
is that? Executioner, Battlemaster, and Direwolf. So yeah, the Timberwolf on the 228 side is that quad LPL that we saw again. Kind of a weird build, in my opinion.
Yeah, very weird. I would agree.
Deathstrike is the 2 large, 4 medium, 2 Goss, sort of laser bomb. Warhammer
8 ER
6D
large.
laser bomb.
8 ER
And
large direwolf, dude. Oh wow. Okay.
And Jay has the kind of standard Stalker 7D with 3 large, 6 ER medium. Okay, so Matt, I've seen people taking this ER large Direwolf.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
This might be using. Does the Prime have Omni quirks in those arms? It gives duration or something? But it's all torsos for him, so interesting. Battlemaster's also ER large there, and the Executioner is quad ER PPC. That's another build that I think is kind of weird. But
Okay.
anyway.
Well, look at this,
coming in for
right?
the cap
228
early.
comes straight up. They're not mucking
Wow.
around at all.
Yeah,
But
so I think
DPS
Team
are going
1
all the
gets
way around.
They had the timing advantage to the cap, but they did not invest into it. Instead, they sent their lights around to this bottom area towards Sigma up into the spires. So that's going to give them Sigma cap, but
Yeah, the 4 large pulse
neither team.
Timberwolf is back. It is back.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's wild. So yeah, Wild Ones sending their heavy pack up towards the spire in the bottom of the map.
Okay, so
I don't know if it was scouted by DPS.
DPS have just completely given up all hope of Theta. This is strange.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to say this is very strange. I mean, their pack has gone all the way out the way to Sigma here. DPS are really kind of.
I think Hydro Kyle has seen that 228th pack down low.
Yeah.
Hopping into his cockpit. They know the lights are there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows 228 is right around the corner.
He'd
But
have to.
This time, unlike in the JGX case,
Yeah, they're all coming
DPS
back.
hasn't
You can see
pushed an
DPS
assault
coming
out,
back.
so I don't know what 228 is going to push for if they try to push here. They're just going to be stuck in a crossfire, so they're definitely bunching up like they want to push, though. They are not going for that gamma cap. They don't care about a 3 cap. They are just
all they
going
have to
to
do is go
go
to the
for
left, right? And they've completely invalidated Juice and Cybot. If they just go to the left and hug the wall, they completely invalidate.
And it looks like that's going to be the thing right here.
Yeah.
These DPS assaults need to step forward right
and
now.
The commando for DPS is just in the middle of bloody nowhere. Like, he's not even in the fight, the commando. What's he doing over there? DPS are going to lose this straight up.
Yeah, their Black Lantern looks like he's getting away, but they just immediately lose a Viper for basically nothing. And actually, no.
I mean, Jay-Z and Drax are taking a little bit of damage, but, I mean, it's not a lot. Good Pants here is, yeah, look at this. I mean, DPS just, they know this push is coming, and they're in the completely wrong position to receive this. Oh, dear.
And now 228 is just going to hug the wall and walk right back up the hill, just like they did in the JGX match. So,
yeah.
All right.
Cybot and Juice are just not in the range. Look at this. Cybot's going to come around the corner here. Right? Watch this. When the push comes, he's just going to get eviscerated.
And yeah, looking at these ranges now from Nature's Cockpit, that's about 500 and change, which is getting into that laser bomb optimal that 228 has right now. So if 228 just W keys around this corner, they absolutely have the firepower.
I'm surprised they haven't. I mean,
they just put mechs down.
They're 2 up already, right? What are they going to wait for? Just do it.
And it looks like Jay is called to move forward. See all the heavies going through. Saiso in the back trying to attract the lights off. He's got 3 lights out, but
2 or 3 of the 228 guys backing up here. This is not good. You either go or you don't, right? Like, you can't half stop like this.
Yeah, they certainly have the armor and the.
Oh, maybe they're getting rid of the fire starter over here first. Yeah, sausage. Yep. Okay. Right, that's another mech down for DPS. Not going well.
Yeah, at this point, it's whenever 228 feels like pushing that corner.
Oh, Natred's almost CT.
Open.
I didn't realize Natred's CT done as well.
He's one touch.
Oh, dear. I mean, 2 to 8 are going to lose a mech or two, right? That at this point, it's unavoidable, right? You're going to lose 1 or 2. Who cares? Just get in there and end it. Yeah. And this direwolf, if he wants to actually shoot, has to look at the enemy the entire time. Oh no.
Yeah.
Now he's in trouble.
3 separate large burns.
Okay, here we go.
They're gonna
One's
pick
going to
the
go
Phoenix
down.
off,
Here's
it
going to
looks
go
like,
down, I think. But they
Yep.
get juice firstly. Cyber goes down, and now there's just not much left. Wow.
I just DPX max by the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Strange game.
I mean,
oh, this is a strange game, this one. This is really weird.
yeah. I mean, the spread would have been okay, but they needed to be farther. I don't know. I feel like their assaults were playing too much defensive.
It's hugging that wall, right? If you do get
Yeah.
pushed over, you can cross there completely free. You cannot be hugging
Mhm.
the exterior wall. You have to be right on DSJ
Yeah.
Hill, right in the middle of it, ready to shoot anything that comes over that ramp.
Yeah.
4
I
wide.
mean, they need to be more like where Stoney's standing here,
Yep.
the Mad Cat right
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that was a fine split, even if their lights were over there. But they needed to actually give those assaults time to put out damage, and instead,
That's
I
why
mean,
it's
Wild
going to
Ones
be
just
over, right?
said, "Okay, we'll take one shot
Got mech standing
from
up
your
here,
assaults, and then just
right?
kill everything."
You can't really shoot much as soon as they go over to the right. Whereas if you're standing here, you can shoot the entire time they cross over, or at least leg something, CT it, anything, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
weird.
So, yeah, I mean,
Oof,
also I
strong
don't.
opening from 228 here. Wowee.
Yeah, I mean,
They did
one
it
mech
again.
down and
They did it
almost
again.
nothing hurt.
Yeah,
I guess a
they
couple
did it
mechs hurt
again.
there. Black Lantern and the Stalker are both very weak. But yeah, I mean, they just said, you know what, we're gonna do the same thing we did before, and that's fine.
Yep, that's
And
fine.
worked
If it
for 'em.
worked against JGX, it's going to work against everybody else. Maybe that's the theory coming in here. And damage numbers. Ooh. Oh, dear.
Okay, so yeah, looking at the popping in the map code there, I mean, it wasn't that disparate from the heavier mechs. I mean, DPS's heavy mechs did have the ability to put out some damage, but the story is that their other 5 mechs very clearly couldn't do anything.
They just got, yeah, just completely cut off. I mean, I guess the whole point of was maybe put the lights and mediums there to roll in the back of the push, but you're just going to get isolated by the 228 lights in the anyway. So
Yeah,
you can't
I
really
mean,
get away.
they definitely, if they were going to do that, they needed to be more conservative and kind of force 228, like wait for 228 to push past them and then go, or try to sit back and bait 228's lights into an even fight. Even then, I don't know if I like the separation they had in that deck. Those lights were completely cut off from their assaults
Yep.
and cut off by the one position they had already seen 228 push.
Where they
lights
knew they were
technically in that
coming
map,
from.
so,
Well, I mean, there
yeah.
was no mistake or confusion. They were coming that way, right?
Yeah, yeah, and they even scouted that. I think they had enough time that they could have cut back across, even if they took like a burn or something, to just get close to their assaults and go towards Theta. I don't know why they really just wanted to give that away, but
Yeah. Well, if they went to Theta, they would
we'll
have seen a
see.
lot easier what was going on too. But just swapping
Yeah,
these guys around if you want to do some quick drawing.
yeah. So we saw DPS spawn a bunch of lights. I think they spawned them. I don't actually know where they spawned them, but immediately shove around towards Sigma with 4-man pack, I believe. Meanwhile, they set their 2
Yep.
assaults up on the left side of that Echo 4 region, Echo 3, and then the execution of Pop Tart and Echo 4, and then sent the commando all by its lonesome to go take Theta. Of course, 228 then sent 4 mechs right over there and said, no, that's ours. And
Get away!
DPS
Get
didn't
away!
really have anything they could do about that. And meanwhile, just piloted their heavies over here, you know, grouped up with their team. DPS brought their lights out into here for some reason, and then 228 just said okay, and just ran over here and killed him. And this wall just basically neither of those 2 assaults on the left of it could do anything to help. And I mean, even the executioner with PPCs, you're gonna be landing shots maybe, but you're probably not gonna have the choice of like, I want to hit exactly that leg or
Yeah.
exactly that torso on a light, not from that distance. So
Yeah, I'm not sure what DPS. I think I kind of know what they were trying to do there, but it probably wasn't going to work that well.
yeah, I mean, it really seemed like they were looking for a pick and then wanted to like pull the guys out into the open there, chasing their light pack, and then have their whole team on it. But
Yep.
yeah, if that was their plan, those assaults need to step up. And I would have even said maybe take like a Mauler or something with higher DPS,
Yep. Definitely.
because the ER larges just did not seem necessary.
Or even swap
So
something out
yeah, I'm
just for a big fat Annie or anything, right? Anything with just big AC2,
mhm,
non-stop DPS. Just send bullets. Send all of them.
yep. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what they do on Canyon. If they do something similar, I think that that disconnect between their heavies and assaults, if they can just tighten that gap, it'll be a lot better for them.
Well, speaking of
But
Canyon, let's start drawing on that one, mate. Reckon.
I mean, I'm barely gonna have time by the rate
I
that these
know,
guys
I
are
know,
readying up.
I know. I'll leave it on the map strat for
Yeah,
like a
so
minute, even if we load
228's
in.
readied up all Bravo, some Alpha, some Charlie. You know, which again to me looks like this sort of aggressive push. I think that's what we're going to see from them. They've been mostly playing on this right-handed side of Canyon in the matches that we saw. Um, just keeping that same deck basically of like mid-range firepower with some brawler lights going down the side. And from DPS, I don't know, the usual power positions are somewhere like that Charlie 4 rock, this rock up front in Charlie 5. You see somebody in Junkyard usually, maybe a supporting guy back on the ledge. And then probably the rest of the mechs are going to be a floating light pack like we have seen. A lot
Oh,
of
you
people like to take this
think?
3 or 4 man pack. Oh,
Oh,
definitely. Definitely.
oh.
But I don't know. I think the thing that they need to be very careful about is if 228 is going to just group up and push. It is possible they can go Kappa, but I feel like that push is going to come down this Epsilon direction with mid range, and DPS needs to be very careful that something playing up in this forward position doesn't just get picked immediately,
Yeah, the
because
Charlie
that'll be
5.
the
Yeah, the
prime
rock.
suspect.
Oh,
That
yes.
guy's going to be prime suspect, and then this guy sitting in Junkyard is going to be the next one to go.
But what you can do, you can also move you guys up pretty well to Theta as well, in their light pack,
Yeah,
and just keep them off Theta as long as they can too. Just keep DPS busy, really.
yeah, and I want to say 228 committed some firepower to Theta last time they played this match, so I wouldn't be surprised if they go for that initial cap to just put it on the board for them and then try to make a push after that. But we'll
Yep.
see if that kind of impacts what DPS wants to do, because obviously they can't just sit completely in the back and just give away caps.
No, that's well, I mean, that's part of the issue. You can't. You have to get
Yeah,
up there. You have to. On this one, you
yeah,
cannot, especially if you lose Theta. If you don't lose Theta, well, it's a little bit different, or you can at least stop the enemy from getting it again. A bit different, but. Mm, 228 will fast lock in too. So they're the
yeah.
old man with the plan. They're coming in
I
ready to go
yeah.
again.
I mean, when you play the same 8 mechs, you know, can't be that hard.
Yeah. Is it fair to say there hasn't been a lot of mech lab ingenuity, but I guess it hasn't been needed. They're
Yeah, I
winning
mean,
pretty easily and convincingly most of the time.
yeah, I think it's something to be said there where, you know, even when they played JGX, obviously the favorites to win, and with Mexa I would say subpar, but I guess, you know, you look at their execution and it looks very well like coordinated. Their team is playing together. You're not really seeing people go off by their lonesome and die, or like the sort of like, you know,
The last
discoordination
week's Canyon
and
match,
mayhem in their team. But
perfect example. Like
yeah, that
if
was true.
228 didn't overextend, it could have made a little bit of a much, well, not a little bit, a much tougher game against JGX,
For
but
JGX for sure, yeah.
they went a little bit deep, a little bit too early.
Yeah. I think
Maybe
that
they've
light
learned
pack
from that. Maybe we'll see some of that today.
overzealous.
Hmm.
I mean, we saw that on their mining match too, right? Where their light
Yeah,
pack
yeah.
pushed around the corner. So, but I mean, when they've been able to keep it reined in, it's
When
worked
they
out well
yeah
for
when they
them.
when
So,
they keep it organized, and we saw a lot of, I think it was almost maybe too much organization on that last Tourmaline map. Everyone was waiting for nearly a minute to go around that corner.
oh yeah.
Hurry up and get
So,
round there.
all right, I am on the. Oh, I'm gonna speed over to 228 because they're gonna be easy. Let's see: Black Lantern, Phoenix Hawk, Mistlings, Timberwolf, Death. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same deck. Yeah, nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed over there
Firestarter,
again, right?
Firestarter's SPLs. I don't know if I said that before. And yeah,
Yeah, I think
Warhammer,
so.
Laser Bomb. Oh wait, oh it's the 90 now. That's the jumping Warhammer, I believe. I think he's still Laser Bomb though. A bunch of medium pulse lasers. So they probably rocking like the super fast Warhammer. Yeah, it looks like 100 something kph.
Yeah, just let me check them.
DPS side,
Uh,
Mistlings, Phoenix Hawk, Viper, Black Lantern, Firestarter. I think
Two
that
Gauss
Firestarter
and
is.
only 3 large on the Deathstrike. I think it's missing a laser.
Yeah, people run that for heat efficiency, but yeah, I agree. I think you run the 4.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, the Blood Asp is what I want to see. What's this thing have? Triple UAC 5, 1
Oh,
UAC
hang on.
10, and
Is
an
this?
ECM.
Are
Okay.
they just going head on at each other here? Oh, not quite. Not
And
quite.
the Direwolf has swapped its 8 AC2s now instead
Yeah.
of 8 ER large.
But here doesn't want to come around this corner, though. I mean, there's a bit of a party waiting for him.
Yeah,
He's
I
going to
would
want
be
to get
careful
out of
being
here
that close if I
really,
was
really
him,
quickly.
because yeah, I don't know if DPS realized how, if I mean, vulnerable he is, but here is retreating, so it's okay. 228 actually going for a pretty measured
They're very
start to this
spread
match.
out.
They got
Yeah.
Theta. They're chilling out. They're getting Cap. I guess they're scouting the left side to see if DPS is pushing, but DPS is balling up in the Epsilon side right now.
The problem is with DPS where they're going and with the deck that they have, they've got 2 ranged mechs, right? Long range. I mean, and a Daka Blood Asp as well, but not
It looks like
convinced.
they're making this push down Epsilon. They are well.
The
Yeah,
Direwolf
they
is
are.
going to be out
Here
of
goes.
range. I mean, Direwolf's not going to be able to do anything in a second, right?
Yeah, he's I don't think he's set up. He does not have the lines on anything there. He's too low. If he hopped up on some of those pillars, maybe. But yeah, he's basically out of this
Oh,
fight
Hydro
entirely.
stuck here on the on the buildings here.
But meanwhile, Jay-Z still has to close in from the center for 228. So this
they're
could
into
go either way
Stoney's
right
CT
now.
though. Stoney just he's desperately trying to stay alive here, running away. Running as if his
Yeah,
life
Deathstrike
depends
one
on it.
touch right now in the
Oh,
center,
it does.
and now it's just a
It's all in brawl.
fight. It's a
Yeah,
mayhem.
yeah,
it's
it's
a
just an
brawl.
all in brawl now. I'm watching. I don't know.
The
There's
Direwolf
3
is finally
fights
coming
going
into
on.
play for DPS.
I'm just trying to watch here.
So-
Stoney here in the Death Strike is trying to stay alive here. Could use some help from his teammates on the bottom left, but they're not. And then the Viper is legged.
Yes,
I
he
will
is.
say
And he's
he's
going to get
legged.
picked
This
apart
is a
in
big one.
seconds here.
And Stoney, they're all trying to kill off Stoney here, but they're not quite finishing him off. Hydro goes down, double legs. Natred's open on the CT. Oh dear. This is not looking good for DPS. These are 2 mega fast games. Good pants in the Black Lantern here. It's been annihilated as well. We've got Cybot and Juice pumping out some damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough here because their mechs are just falling. Natred goes down as well. They got Thelis and Sausage in the back here, but I'm not sure they're going to cause too much of a problem. Because, yeah, there we go. Firestarter is legged as well. Now we've got a Mistlings running around here.
And yeah, it looks like Drax and the Black Lantern just
Yep.
basically waiting for his team to finish up
He wants
the
to
rest
stay
of the fight
alive.
before they clean up that Direwolf.
Yep. Watching the
I think
Mistlings
Cybot needs
over
to step out of the junkyard if they want to make a final stand here.
Jeez, this game hasn't even lasted 5 minutes. My time has gone off that quickly.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so Drax has got Juice. I don't think Juice realized Drax was
It
here.
looks like a friendly strike may have had Drax there.
Perhaps.
It did. Wow. Somebody going for a strike unless the Juice was just predicting it over the rock there, but yeah, he's still focusing down Drax.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
Well,
Aim for something else like the Warhammer.
Yeah, I guess the Warhammer's
That
got
Black
to
Lantern's
be CT
almost no
open, right?
guns.
Oh, Warhammer's huge.
There you go,
There you
yeah,
go.
it was
There he is. Warhammer down.
Firestarter weak legs as well. Yeah, I mean,
all over
that
Cybot.
is going to be
Wow, that was
all
fast.
she wrote. And it's GG's 228. That will be the final game for
Shit,
DPS.
this isn't even 40 minutes. We haven't even been going half an hour, just over half an hour yet. Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that
some
was
fast games, man. 3 minutes 40.
that
Woo.
was quick and to the point. I mean,
Wow, look
and
at
as much
some
as I was
damage numbers
talking
there.
smack about the Timberwolf, you know, there you go, 750 damage coming out of that. I mean, several high damages though. You see Natured with the Blood Ass was 678.
Mm.
Cybot putting out 592 in the Death Strike, although, you know, alive for quite a long time.
Yep.
But I mean, other than those, Jay-Z putting out 511 in the Stalker, nothing too high. I mean, decent damage all around. Other than, you know, you can pretty much tell who died early.
Yeah, you can see the
But-
early deaths and the longer living performers.
But I mean, the biggest ones for me here are neither Black Lynn are really doing too much. But I mean, in particular, Good Pants with lowest damage on his team. That mech has so much DPS. I think they just overextended with that.
I think he got caught out
to be
fairly
honest,
early and got legged, I think
yeah.
it was. Yeah.
He was in like basically the center of the fight.
But some
And the
maps-
other one is the Direwolf, only doing 400 for DPS.
hard to get into position with the Fat Boy, right?
Yeah, and
Half
that's the
issue
thing.
with it. It's too slow.
I don't know why DPS pushed so early when their assaults were not in position. There was no rush, is the impression I got.
Kind of got a little excited going around the corner. He almost would have maybe faked it a little bit, you know. Oh, we're coming and lift off a
Yeah.
little bit just to scurry PGR. 228. Just I don't know why that came out. Just scurried them around just a little bit, you know, and that would have been a little a little more handy. We've got the map straight up if you want
Yeah.
to do a very quick rundown
Yeah.
because these have been some very quick games.
Yeah. So 228 took a pretty spread approach off the bat. I mean, was hopping around cockpits, but they had something more or less, evenly spread around the map like this. Just it looked like a very nice spread,
Yeah, they
basically.
were. Yeah. Yep.
DPS went very hard down the side though, in contrast. So they were very bunched up. Something like this, I think. I did the right number of X's. I think this
I'd
is one
say
too many.
roughly, give or take. That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, basically took this block of 6 mechs and went womp and just went straight around the corner. And
Looks like some sort of NFL plan or something that I see on the television.
yeah.
Right?
But yeah, then 228 okay said sure and just came over and then a whole scrap right in here.
Yeah, just
Up
a
in Delta 5. And of
dirty
course,
Delta 5
this
scuffle.
this mech back here, a 100-ton dire wolf that then had to just hoof it over here and just only got into the play after that initial skirmish ended. Juice in that was only really in the fight once DPS said never mind and backed out of that brawl. And at that point, they
Yeah.
had, I think the Viper was legged up front, their Black Laner was ripped to shreds, and then I don't know. Even then I think it was recoverable, but they didn't play enough under their direwolf. Yeah, they lost the Viper at that point, which sucked, but they had gotten the Death Strike beat up. But you saw when 228 pushed, it was just kind of disorganized from DPS. They had 2 mechs in the back killing a Death Strike that had dropped down here, and that mech was Stony, and that was basically useless. He was crit CT. He wasn't gonna dare show his face again, and if he did, the direwolf or the Mad Cat would have killed him immediately.
And that's pretty much what
So
happened. He peeked out dead. He
yeah,
was done straight away, immediately dead.
and then those 2 mechs for DPS were then out of the fight when the rest of their DPS mechs were getting killed
Yeah.
over in like Charlie 5 Delta 5. So, that combined with the fact that their assaults didn't have Overwatch, and I think just better target focus from 228 as well. You could tell when they wanted to go in on mechs, and DPS are just kind of in and out, and it looked like just. And
They
when you
just
look at the
didn't
percentages for
last.
228, they were all like 50-60%.
Seconds.
DP.
Mechs lasted seconds on the DPS team. They were one call
Yeah.
dead. Just seconds. Bang, bang, dead. Bang, bang, dead.
Yeah, and like I said, they put out good damage. Like I said, 228's percentages were down, but a lot of it was spread out. When I hopped in cockpits, you got the Warhammer that was almost dead CT, almost dead side torso. You have the Firestarter where both the legs are weak, but the torsos are also beat up. So, and some of that comes too from the mechs they're using, like AC2 Direwolf, not really good at converging. You're just gonna take what you can get. But yeah, I just I don't know. I feel like 228 had the better coordination on that one. DPS plan could have worked, but just timing was a little off. So
Yeah, the Tourmaline one I think could have gone a bit better for them for sure. No
yeah,
doubt.
oh
And
definitely.
this one I think, yeah, AC2 Direwolf and stuff just too early. Way more of a timing issue than not even a timing end mech maybe a little bit, but 228 came with a plan, as in bring the same mechs as last week, and did pretty well with it.
Oh yeah.
Well, mate, that rounds out the cast. So we'll send everyone over to the other channel that's actually still going. Mate, thank you for joining me for a very brief and quick cast.
Yeah, and what are we heading into on the other side?
I have no idea. It is KDCM and CXF, I think, maybe, but I have to check. But we'll find out we'll find out when we get there because these matches were just so damn fast. So thanks for joining me, mate, and we'll send everybody over to the next channel.
Yeah, GG's.
Good. Well, thanks, mate.